It's really easy to sell the alignment, especially pre-selling the alignment, when that customer has already been educated and they know what an alignment's worth. It's awesome. So it starts with you guys, right? You got to be confident about it. You got to know what you're talking about. Exude confidence. You know, we talked about going into Walmart and how we feel going into there. Anybody ever wanted to buy a TV from Walmart? And you get, no? You go up to that wall and, you know, there's the TVs on the wall, and you ask if you can find a Walmart guy, and you ask him, hey, can you tell me about this TV? I think I might be interested. And what do? Yeah. Or they read the placard underneath it, right? They read the card, right? They read the card. It's like, you know I can't read real well, but I would have read that if, you know. But you go into Best Buy and you ask them about a TV, what do they say?
Looks you dead in the eyes and tells you every detail you could possibly want to know.
Exactly, right? They have that confidence. They know what they're talking about. They are professionals when it comes to those TVs and stereo equipment and all of that, right? So let's be the professionals. Let's have that confidence behind us when we're talking to our customers about it and educating them about it. Now, you know, customers come in with certain priorities, just like on the phone, and Ron had mentioned it a little bit. You know, you might see some things in the car or while talking to the person that lets you know what their priorities are. One of those priorities might be safety. One of them might be the fuel economy. It might be extending their tire life, and it might be the performance of their vehicle. Did you guys know it takes longer for a vehicle to stop that's not aligned correctly? All right, it takes a lot longer, and that's because this is their footprint on the ground. It's a single sheet, 8.5 by 11 piece of paper. That's all they have, right? Each tire is 1/4 of this piece of paper on the ground. So if you have a misaligned vehicle, now that's your point of contact, right? Everything relies on the tires, and when the tires rely on the alignment to make full contact, it's going to take you longer to stop when your vehicle's misaligned. In addition, you might have a panic stop becoming an uncontrollable skid. Anybody have that customer come in complaining about that? All right, it happens. What about that sharp turn becoming a vehicle sliding sideways? Or maybe driver fatigue due to lane departure, constantly correcting that vehicle back into the lane. That's a huge safety thing. What about fuel economy? Did you guys know it takes more power to roll a tire that's not going straight forward?
Hell yeah.
Absolutely. All right. And 10% of the motor vehicles on the roadway today, of course that could be worse here in California, but 10% of the motor vehicles on the roadway today operate with a 4% deficiency in fuel economy. You know, when we're talking about fuel economy, what vehicles do we usually think of first? Huh? Hybrids, exactly, the Priuses or the electric cars or all of that, right? But what about that dually truck hauling that horse trailer? Do you think he's concerned about fuel economy? He is when he fills it up. Imagine giving him 4% fuel economy back because he has a properly aligned truck. Think you'd be his hero? Hell yeah, that'd be awesome. In his book, you save his wallet. He can spend more money on his truck at that point instead of on the fuel tank. And then one of the critical factors of a tire longevity is heat. We all know that. Heat's the #1 killer of tires. So to reduce heat, make sure you have proper air inflation. Nitrogen helps with that. And with proper air inflation and taking those off ramps at about 35 instead of the 70 that our guys usually like to take it, and then a properly aligned vehicle. You know, it only takes 1/8 inch of total toe to cause a tire to scrub sideways across the road, 11.5 feet for every mile driven. So that customer that comes in and says, hey, it's been 2 years since I had an alignment, how much of his tire is wasted due to a misaligned vehicle? That could be 25% or more. What's the average new cost of a tire? It's about $120, right? What's the average usable 30 seconds on a tire? Huh?
9:30 seconds.
It's about 8 30 seconds. 8 30 seconds, which means every usable 30 seconds on a tire is roughly worth $15. So if we take this tire example here, going from 5 30 seconds down to 2 30 seconds, 3 30 seconds of tread loss is $45. How much is your guys' alignments? 99, 89, so $90 to $100, which means one tire is half of your alignment cost, which means both front tires is paying for the alignment. Mr. Customer, do you want to pay for your alignment today or over the life of your tires? Because either way, you're paying for it. So are you going to spend the money or are you going to waste the money? A vehicle's performance is based on 5 factors. You got powertrain, steering, tires, suspension, and center of gravity, which means 60% of your vehicle's total performance relies on the alignment. So 60% of your race is $90. So next time that performance vehicle comes in, how much are you willing to bet on your next race? Right? It's pretty big. So you have 2 opportunities to align a vehicle. The first one is when you see that tire wear. You see those conditions. So when's the second time we can check an alignment?
The rest of the times.
Yeah. Yeah. Every time they come in, right? Before we see that tire wear. You know, let's turn alignments, instead of as a fixing thing, into a preventative maintenance. You know, waiting until we see the tire wear before aligning the vehicle is like waiting until we see the engine knocking before we change the oil. The damage is already done. It's already there. So let's take it from a fix to a preventative maintenance and check it every single time it comes in. Unfortunately, you guys may have heard some of these things. I'm just here to get my oil changed. I didn't plan on spending any money. How would you guys respond to that?
I can check out for free.
I'll check it for free, exactly. Huh?
You're not spending any money. Let me just check.
Exactly. Exactly. In addition, Mr. Customer, if you weren't planning on spending any money, how are you going to pay for the oil change?
Yeah.
It's going on the big O card, right? There you go, yeah. You know, I don't have time today. How would you guys respond?
15 minutes. Make an appointment.
15 minutes?
Set up an appointment when it's convenient. Make an appointment.
Outstanding. I love it. I love it. But I don't drive that much. Why would my alignment be out? Yeah, because you drive in California. We beat that horse kind of to death, right? In addition, it's a natural occurrence. I think Ryan said that, right? It's just natural. It happens.
I just tell them Caltrans is in charge of your highways. That should explain everything.
There you go, right? You know, do you guys have the curbs to get up into driveways?
Somewhere, some places.
Some places. Okay, that could cause it, right? My alignment's fine. My car doesn't pull.
Just because it doesn't pull doesn't mean it's
not out of line.
Right.
Show you the inside or outside shoulders of your tires.
There you go. All right, yeah. You know, pulling is just one symptom of an incorrect aligned vehicle. And most drivers do go not even noticing their vehicle's out of alignment until they notice the tire wear. And then it's too late, right? Because once it starts wearing, you can't stop it. Yeah, but you guys are just trying to sell me something I don't need. You know, Mr. Customer, we're actually trying to prevent selling you something you don't need. We care about our customers. We care about the life of your tires. By getting an alignment, it will extend the life of your tires so I don't have to sell you tires before you actually need them. Outstanding. You guys heard these before? Probably every day, right? In your stores, it happens all the time. But you guys just identified ways to overcome these objections, common objections that you hear. Now you know how to overcome them from the ideas that you guys have given me. Outstanding. So,
One is when they say it just came from the dealer. They did the alignment. 9 times out of 10, that alignment is not done.
Oh, it's off bad, yeah.
absolutely.
Shipping alone will throw an alignment off because they chain the car down to the track.
But it's,
Yeah.
it's covered in my extended warranty.
Yeah. Yeah, it's covered in my extended warranty. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Or my shocks and struts are covered by the warranty.
I love it.
Yeah. Brakes, shocks and struts, alignments. No, probably. Here's serpentine belt.
Accident broke on the curb. Yep, that's covered.
Yeah, right? So you have a quick check. You guys have an alignment check. How easy or how do you guys sell this alignment? How do you sell it? It's red.
If your printer works.
If your printer works, right. Right. How do you guys do it?
Here, sir, 4 out of your 4 wheels are out of alignment.
Yeah.
Probably 4 for 4.
So I'm saying
According to
4 out
its
of
alignment
4
vehicle,
wheels.
it's
Hold on, guys.
probably having outside edge wear because it's cambered out and it's towed in, so that's just going to accelerate it as far as outside edge wear.
That's awesome. You know the angles, right? A lot of our customers don't know the angles, though.
And that's when you
There you go. That's how we do it, right? Mr. Customer, red is bad, green is good. Do you want us to fix this? Oh, absolutely. Make it all green. Make it the pretty little green when your printer's working.
Unless you own a Prius.
Unless you own a Prius.
The rear is always red.
Yeah. Always. Yeah.
you can always go in there and modify the specs and make it all green, but you know.
That is cheating.
Just sell them shims.
Shims, aftermarket parts, things like that, right? So here we have camber. You know, the tilt of the top of the tire, inward or outward, is viewed from the front or back. So how do you explain that to a customer? Common customer complaint with camber, tire wear. Okay. I do like the shaking though, right? Does an alignment cause a vehicle to shake?
It will shake.
You got a lot of
But
It's true.
over half the people who come in asking for alignment and start with my vehicle shape.
Right.
It will shake.
Does it
your
go
car
away?
will shake more if it's aligned correctly than if it is out of alignment.
Right. Because it's fighting itself.
There's no tension on the wheels if it's
Exactly.
aligned correctly, so you'll feel the vibration.
Ah.
It's not uncommon to have somebody come in and not have a vibration, and you align it, and now it will vibrate.
Most
Because
people
now you've freed up their tires, so the vibration that was being absorbed in the suspension is now going all the way through the cushion.
Yeah, the forces are canceling each other out.
Yeah.
So what is the vibration most of the time?
Tire balance.
Tire balance. Just balance the tires, right?
Let's start with balancing.
Absolutely.
Check your alignment for free.
Absolutely, right? So the tire may look like this, right? Wear's usually isolated to the shoulder when it comes to camber, usually smooth to the touch, right? Unless sometimes you get those little pokey things, right? I call those ice grippers because, you know, I'm up in Colorado. We get that white stuff that falls from the sky. It's called snow. There's your toe, right? So left toe angle plus right toe angle gives you total toe. How do we explain that to a customer? Potential customer complaints when it comes to toe. Tire wear, yep.
Crooked steering wheel.
Understeer, oversteer, crooked steering wheel. Absolutely, absolutely. You know, wear begins on the shoulder, moves inward or outward, depending on if it's toed in, toed out. Feels rough to the touch going one way, smooth going the other way. You get that feathering effect. Absolutely. So what about caster? What's caster? How do you explain caster to a customer? Position of the wheel to the frame? Okay, all right. Any other ideas? Anybody use the shopping cart? Shopping cart analogy? Think of the front wheels on a shopping cart. Yeah, they're. I always seem to get that cart. I don't know why. Yeah, every time. They really should align those things. Yeah, the one squeaky wheel, right? Huh?
flat spot.
Yeah.
They all need alignment.
Yeah, all of them. Maybe we should sell them an alignment on their shopping carts, right? And then the bicycles, I love it. Outstanding. So we know potential customer complaints when it comes to caster. Pulling. Absolutely. Who sees lifted Jeeps in their shops? You guys ever get the complaint of death wobble?
Oh, yeah.
Right. You call a 4x4 shop and ask them what's going on. What do they tell you?
Swing caster.
They sell caster kits? Is that what they tell you? It's not usually what they tell me. What'd they tell you?
Swing the caster.
Swing the caster?
You remove.
You guys got smart 4x4 shops out here.
Right.
The ones I always call tell me, replace the stabilizer shock.
No.
Well, I did. Yeah, I mean, it was leaking. We replaced it. Okay.
Bad track bar.
Replace the track bar. Yeah, that's the next one, right? Replace the track bar.
It's bad. If it's not,
If it's
it makes
bad.
caster.
Right.
When people lift them, it throws the caster to a negative caster.
And the
Exactly.
Jeeps are already short enough.
Right.
Yeah.
Short wheelbase vehicle. Hit a bump in that thing at 60 miles an hour.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Like 5 degrees forward.
It's freaking scary. Anybody been in a vehicle with a death wobble? Yeah, that's
Pull over, I'll take Uber.
right. All right, and the last angle is thrust angle. What's thrust angle? It's the rear axle's rolling direction in comparison to the vehicle center line, right? So how do you explain that to the customer?
Depends on the vehicle, if there's four-wheel, if it's four-wheel lineable, or if it's a solid axle in the back. So
Okay.
usually if it's a solid axle, it means something's bent back there.
Absolutely, absolutely. Yeah, so it's the natural rolling direction of the rear end, right? That natural way it wants to go. And usually you can easily identify it with, here's a big part of that crooked steering wheel.
Right.
If the crooked steering wheel and the front toe is good, chances are it's the thrust angle. Now, a lot of the safety systems rely on the thrust angle to be exact in order for these safety systems to work, including your steering angle sensors, your collision avoidance cameras,
Your yaw sensors.
and the yaw sensors, all of those, right?